Wouldn't it be dope to become a superhero? Gain your powers in some freak accident? Use your newfound gift to save innocent people and stop crimes? Become an enemy of the state because you're a vigilante with powers that no one understands? Then slowly lose all of your loved ones because being a superhero is not as amazing as the cartoons make it out to be. Wouldn't that be awesome?
What's good, class? Welcome to another episode of Honest Gaming History. Today's lecture will be on Cole MacGrath was just your everyday bike courier from Empire City, with an unhealthy fondness for parkour.
He had friends, hobbies, a life. All the things you need for a video game plot to royally f*** you over.
One day on the job, Cole was told to deliver a mysterious package.
Like the good courier that he is, he asks no questions and simply does what he is told.
While on the job, Cole receives an odd phone call.
Of course he answers it, because plot. The dude on the phone instructs him to open the package that he was told to deliver. He denies this person's request because he is the hero of our story. He's a respectable citizen who would never—
The guy offers him money. Then he opens it. The package held something called the Ray Sphere. Once Cole opened the package, the Ray Sphere immediately exploded and completely destroyed the historic district of Empire City.
Well, this is why you don't touch other people's shit.
A few days after the accident, Cole wakes up in the hospital and is greeted by his girlfriend Trish and his best friend Zeke. But Cole feels different. He's not the same bike messenger that he was before the accident. It turns out that the explosion gave him the power to control electricity.
Hold up. So you mean this dude opened someone else's property, set off a bomb that destroyed a shit ton of civilians and a huge part of the city, then got blessed with superpowers? That's some old bullshit.
Well, things did not only change for him. A plague fell on the majority of the citizens of Empire City. Crime was at an all-time high. People were dying left and right. A criminal group known as the Reapers took this as their chance to take over Empire City and continue to terrorize its people. As a response, the government quarantined the whole city in order to block it off from the rest of the world.
As the city was tearing itself apart, Cole began training himself to master his newfound powers. With the help of Zeke, he manages to control it.
As Zeke and Cole work together to survive this hell, a mysterious person called the Voice of Survival makes himself known throughout the community via television broadcasts. He lets the people of Empire City know that Cole set off the bomb that caused this whole mess. He is the reason why the city is in shambles.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Not only was Cole now seen as a terrorist, his girlfriend also left him because her sister was one of the people who died in the Ray Sphere explosion.
And to think, this could have all been avoided if he just left that package alone.
Sick of the bullshit, Cole and Zeke decide to ditch Empire City. With Cole's powers, breaking through the quarantine should be no problem.
Well, as cool as it is to control electricity, that power does not make you bulletproof. During their escape, Zeke and Cole are stopped by a wall of machine guns. The person responsible for this barricade was an FBI agent known as Moya. She confronts Cole and begins to give an explanation for all the f***ed up shit that has went down so far. Care to explain, Conscience?
So apparently there is something called the conduit gene. This is a form of mutation within certain humans that, when activated, grants the holder superhuman abilities.
Like the X-Men.
The Ray Sphere is a device that was made to unlock the superhuman abilities of people who have the conduit gene. Unfortunately, using this device creates a giant explosion that kills multiple regular human beings in the process, as you've already seen. The Ray Sphere was developed by an organization known as the First Sons.
The First Sons were a group of individuals who sought to unlock the hidden potential of human beings through experimentation. So they basically wanted to unlock the powers of anyone with the conduit gene. I hope you got all that.
After Moya's much needed explanation, she offers Cole a deal. If he can retrieve the Ray Sphere and find John White, her husband and fellow FBI agent, then she will clear his name and allow him to escape Empire City.
With his girlfriend leaving him and the rest of Empire City hating his guts, Cole has no other choice. He accepts Moya's offer and goes on to search for John White. On
his quest to find John, he ends up having to deal with the Reapers that we mentioned before, another opposing faction in the city known as the Dustmen, and a mysterious man known as Kessler.
Now let me tell you about this asshole named Kessler. As Cole is out here trying to not only find John White, but also make his city a safer place, Kessler makes it his mission to just be a thorn in Cole's side. It's not even like he's directly trying to stop Cole from achieving his missions. He just does certain acts that makes Cole's life so much harder, like helping Cole's enemies escape, and showing him visions that easily disorient and confuse him. And he doesn't even give you a reason at first. He just shows up, says some cryptic shit, then dips. Dickhole.
But Cole manages to overcome these obstacles, and slowly makes Empire City a little safer through his constant acts of heroism.
After a while of doing Moya's dirty work and saving the city, Cole is finally contacted by John White. Cole is like, "Bro, where have you been? Your wife has been looking all over the place for you." John's like, wife? Cole's like, yeah? Moya, the FBI agent, otherwise known as your wife? John's like, I don't know who you're talking about, but I'm a grown-ass man. I don't do that marriage shit.
Wait, what does being a grown-ass man have to do with not getting married?
Nigga, just let me read my script. Anyways, it turns out that Moya was lying about John White being her husband. Their goals aren't even the same.
She is actually working for DARPA, a US agency responsible for developing new technology for the military.
DARPA actually funded the first sons in the creation of the Ray Sphere.
Now Moya is using Cole to retrieve the Ray Sphere so DARPA can have it back.
That two-timing bitch. You already know Cole left that chick on red.
John, on the other hand, knows that the Ray Sphere is too dangerous for human hands, so Cole and John band together to retrieve it and destroy it. With the help of Zeke, they manage to do the impossible and nab the Ray Sphere, but something goes terribly wrong. Zeke has the Ray Sphere in his hands, but he hesitates.
Why? Well, just like in this script, Zeke has been completely forgotten. Cole is out here saving the city and gaining all the fame, while Zeke is chilling in the shadow. Zeke wanted to be cool too. He wanted powers. So, he does what any idiotic two-timing supporting character would do. This guy activates the Ray Sphere, knowing full well that it has the potential to eliminate thousands of innocent human beings. Cole, get your boy.
Luckily, the Ray Sphere does nothing.
Zeke just stands there like, but my powers though.
Then Kessler confronts him and tells him that he can fix the problem and give Zeke the power that he so desperately wants.
Zeke then looks Cole right in his soul and leaves him to join Kessler. Whose mans is this?
Just when you thought Cole couldn't lose anything more, Kessler contacts him again and tells him that he has kidnapped Trish, his ex-girlfriend.
Now I know that Trish left Cole because he technically accidentally killed her sister, but in Cole's eyes, that's still his woman. He is gonna do everything he can to save her.
Sadly, he was a moment too late. Kessler killed Trish right in Cole's face.
Whoa.
Kessler went way too far this time. Cole was pissed, and he was dead set on destroying the murderer of the only woman he loved.
So with the help of John White, they finally managed to nab the Ray Sphere.
Cole has had it with this thing. If it wasn't for this device, none of what he went through would have happened. The city would not have been in turmoil. His best friend would not have betrayed him. He would still be with his girlfriend.
So with all the anger, hatred, and power that he has left, Cole attempts to smash the Ray Sphere into pieces.
But something goes wrong.
Of course it does.
The Ray Sphere explodes and completely vaporizes John White.
Cole is like, well, I destroyed a whole city, got betrayed by an FBI agent and my best friend, watched my ex-girlfriend die in front of my face, and now the only person left that was actually willing to help me is dead. Yup, time to kill Kessler.
Cole and Kessler meet up at the location where everything started, the place where the Ray Sphere activated in Cole's hands, Ground Zero.
They duke it out, and Cole manages to win.
But right before Kessler dies, he lunges at Cole to show him one last vision. This vision shows him the true identity of Kessler. In an alternate past, Kessler was a conduit with a wife and a kid.
Everything was peachy till a being known as the Beast showed up. The Beast was a walking nuke, causing destruction wherever it could. Kessler could have used his conduit powers to take it on, but instead, he fled with his family like the bitch-ass nigga he is.
The Beast ended up getting to Kessler's family anyway, and killed them.
So instead of trying to fight the Beast like he should have in the first place, he uses his conduit powers to travel back to the past so he can try and change the future.
He takes control of the First Sons, accelerates the Ray Sphere development process, and does everything he can to make Cole stronger and more ruthless.
But why? Why Cole? Why was he so set on making Cole's life a living hell?
Because Kessler is Cole.
Wait, what?
Kessler knew that his past self would not be strong enough to take on the Beast. So he came back to the past to do everything that he could to make Cole strong enough to take on this monster once it showed up.
So, Cole can time travel?
What? No. What are you talking about? You're missing the whole point of the twist.
No. The point of the twist is that Cole will develop time traveling powers.
Don't you? No. Shut up. Anyways, Cole learns all of this and—
So Cole doesn't learn how to travel through time.
No, don't ye?
That's stupid. Fine, continue.
Cole takes this information and uses this as his drive to take on the Beast in the very close future. A few months later, Cole and Zeke are confronted by NSA agent Lucy Quo. She knows about the impending doom that is the Beast and offers to join Cole and Zeke.
She knows of a way to give Cole enough power to take on the Beast, but to do this they have to go to another city called New Marais.
Right when Zeke and Cole agree to go to New Marais, the Beast appears and attacks Empire City.
Cole is like, it, I could just end this plot right now.
He attempts to defeat the Beast, but ultimately fails and gets knocked out.
Silly Cole, short plots are for kids.
When Cole wakes up, he finds out that the Beast completely destroyed Empire City.
They realize that this Beast problem has to be dealt with as soon as possible, so they head over to Dr. Sebastian Wolf, a contact of Lucy Quo.
Dr. Wolf presents the answer that they need. He develops something called the Ray Field Inhibitor, or RFI for short. This device drains the power of conduits, which will in turn drain the power of the Beast.
But this is a video game! Taking out the final boss would never be that easy. The Ray Field Inhibitor requires a lot of power to activate. Luckily for our heroes, there are these things called blast cores that will supercharge Cole and give him enough power to activate the RFI. So Cole has to go out and collect these blast cores so they can charge the RFI and destroy the Beast. That'll keep the player busy for a good 5 hours.
On his quest, he makes enemies like Bertrand, the leader of the militia that has taken over New Marais. He also meets new allies like Nix, a fellow conduit who hates Bertrand.
Team Cole realizes that they need to take care of Bertrand first, since he's only adding to their issues.
Before they manage to take him out, however, he kidnaps Lucy and turns her into a conduit.
Don't really see how that makes Team Cole weaker, but okay. Thanks, Bertrand.
Later on in his quest, Cole runs into a familiar face.
It's John, remember? The asshole that got vaporized by the Ray Sphere a while back. Well, it turns out that this incident actually activated his powers given to him by his conduit gene.
John explains to Cole that the plague that fell on the citizens of Empire City because of the Ray Sphere explosion will destroy the human race. The conduits are the only beings that will survive, so the best idea is to wipe out the human race to activate the powers of all the conduits.
John then shows Cole his powers, Cole puts 2 and 2 together, and concludes that John is the Beast. I knew I hated that nigga for a reason.
Cole presents this new information to his crew, and they immediately split apart.
Lucy's trifling ass sides with the Beast, because if the RFI does go off, all the conduits will die in exchange for the lives of the regular people. Lucy wants to live. Nix sides with Cole and Zeke because she knows that the Beast needs to die. Like, today.
Lucy, in a fit, leaves Team Cole to join the Beast. The rest of the team prepare for their final battle.
Oh shit, hold up. We forgot about Bertrand.
So before Cole tells his crew about the whole John thing, they confront Bertrand and the militia one last time.
It turns out that Bertrand, as much as he hates conduits, is actually a conduit himself. He turns into some mutant Godzilla thing and battles Team Cole.
They defeat Bertrand and put the rest of their focus into the Beast problem.
Alright, so with their plan finally made, Cole says his goodbyes to Zeke. These guys have rekindled their friendship since the whole Kessler incident, and Cole knows that the RFI will kill him. So this is a very emotional moment for both friends.
With the power of all the blast cores stored within Cole, our heroes confront the Beast for one last time.
After a long, grueling battle, Cole activates the RFI and witnesses the Beast die.
As promised, the device heals all the regular people that were affected by the plague.
But the majority of the conduit population died, including Cole. Zeke, completely torn by his friend's sacrifice, takes his dead companion in his arms and they leave New Marais together. Well, not really together cause Cole is kinda dead. Yeah. The end.